think we've run out of Pross's friends now, so I'm not sure what we're going to do for episode 12.
Oi,
We've got to finish strong then, Kez. We've got to finish strong.
Not sure if there will be an episode 11. Glory be.
Mate, let's just not mess around, dude. Let's get into it. You've got to eat. I've got to. Well, actually, my schedule's empty for the first time ever. I've got a DOS schedule and also have a DOS weekly update because not much has happened. The most interesting thing that I did in the past week was spend my entire weekend. Well, in fact, one day of my entire weekend shoveling rocks and pebbles and dirt into a truck. Now, the best part was, it was a huge job. And it was one that got me respect from a real man that does real work. He said, no way you did. I was like, mate, I did all this. And he's like, well, that's a ridiculous amount of dirt and rocks. And then I drove the truck to the dump. Admittedly, I got to the dump and he was like, yeah, I'm not going to trust you with dumping that yourself. Drive it back to me and I'll drive you both to the dump and then you can dump it. But it was a pretty impressive job and my front yard looks awesome, ready to grow grass. Super stoked. We've got some summer rains hitting. Well, not that it's summer yet, but catch the drift. Rain's coming in. Grass is going to be growing. Exciting weekly update. That's all I got, dude.
Mate, you could have at least shown a bit of respect for the Rogers and shortened that story. I think that would have done everybody a bit of justice.
Dos,
well, mine was a bit more exciting.
No. How about going forward then? If we're going to show respect to the Rogers, you don't give a weekly update because every single time it's dry. I'll just say what I did, then we'll jump into the road guide.
Well, no, mine's all right this week. Mine's all right. We had public holiday, Melbourne winning, as always, for the big Melbourne Cup was exciting. And me and my mates went out and played some golf. And
nice.
Which we do every 6 months or so. I get everybody around. And I freaking dominated, which is rare. Which is rare for me because I suck. Like, yeah, I do the odd good shot, but never, ever this consistent in my whole life.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played since the last time we all played together.
6 months ago.
And 6 months ago. But I was playing that well that I couldn't actually brag about it.
Because you were scared.
It was just, I was like, I might jinx it. Like, this is something that's, the second I play a bad shot, everyone will just roast me and it'll turn back real quick. So I just had to nod and then people were taking it as arrogance, but really it was just nervousness. So, yeah, that was my weekly update. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, I've just to relate, I once did 2 holes worth of good golf shots, the first 2 holes of a round, and I don't play golf maybe once a year sort of thing, so a little bit less consistent with that. And my brother, that was my brother's mates as well, and they're like, "Oh, Dan!" Like I was hitting straight into the green. It was par 3, just FYI, not par 5. And I was looking mean ass. And then as soon as I said something, as soon as I was like, "Yeah, I've actually been watching videos," blah blah blah, I could not hit a shot for the rest of the day. Luckily, I was playing Ambrose and legit didn't have to hit any more shots either because my partner carried me home. But golf, what a game! What a good game! It's the game. It's the only game that I can be that bad at. Is
It's very picturesque.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for posting on your social media, which is this week's road guide.
Nice. Yes, the road guide to social media. Once again, as usual, we're giving you advice based off of great things we've done, so we can tell you to follow in our footsteps, and also mistakes we've made, because we've made plenty. It's you're probably in your 20s listening to this.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, what are you saying? When it comes to social, you've just never set a foot wrong. I know that's not true, dude.
Yeah, all right, fair. I'm not going to rebut that.
Okay, all right. Anyway, Dos, on the topic of social media, have you got a favourite one?
Do I? Yeah, it's got to be the gram. It's got to be the gram. Why would it be my favourite one? I didn't even think of that.
Because you're vain. You're narcissistic.
And I look good on it, so I guess that does matter. It really does matter. What about yours? Would have to be like fucking Reddit or something.
Wow, that is out of line. I've barely been on Reddit. I cannot say I'm a
something
Redditor,
anti-vaxxer.
Oh my god, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure that's a Victorian thing anyway. Anyway, I don't know.
What do you mean? Look at your state. You've bloody got no one getting vaccinated.
This is what happens when you've got no chat. You just turn it into a bloody COVID thing. No one wants to hear about it, mate. Don't worry, Rogers. I got this one sorted. Dos, shut up. Let's focus on some good chat, and good chat starting with. Unfortunately, it's going straight into shit chat because I'm wondering, is YouTube a social media?
I was just thinking that. Like, it's got to be, isn't it?
Like you're posting videos instead of pictures or whatever people do on Twitter. But anyway, I'd probably say it'd have to be Instagram for true social medias, but do love YouTube. Anyway, let's jump into the road guide, Dos. You reckon you've never said a foot wrong, so I'm looking forward to some really good advice here that maybe I can take some tips from.
Well, yeah, I guess as the social media butterfly that I am, it's only fair I kind of take the lead on this one. The first step would be, especially when you're new to a new social media, it's add every person you know. If they're an acquaintance or what, you just got to add them. And then once you've added them, 6 months down the track, you just unfollow them. And then that way you look really popular and famous. You're like, man, he's only following 200 people and he's got like 1,000 followers. And they never know the wiser because they thought you were following them genuinely and passionately and eager to see all their posts. But it's just not the case. And that's certainly my step one.
I agree. And also I'm someone, and this sounds pretty petty, because I don't really care that much about social media, but I do a little bit because I'm a bit of a narcissist as well. On Instagram particularly, if I'm following someone and I see they're not following me back, when I'm talking about friends or acquaintances, I'll just straight up unfollow them. I'll be like, well, look, if you don't think I'm interesting enough to follow, I'm going to deem you uninteresting to follow. The only people that I follow that I don't expect to follow me back is like Kanye West and a few celebrities.
They don't follow you back. Really? What? Kanye doesn't follow you?
No, he doesn't follow me.
Oh, God, that's shouting. Well, Taylor Swift follows me. So I was actually in a relationship with Taylor Swift in year 11, was it? I think it was. While we're telling the story. Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah, hang on. This is good because you're saying you've never made a mistake on social media. Dos created a fake
I don't
Taylor
call this
Swift.
a mistake.
Oh, really? Wow. So this is the kind of advice Dos is giving then. He made a fake Taylor Swift account on Facebook, got into a relationship with her, and basically went from there. And then, years and years later, he always complained about couldn't get a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. But I think a lot of girls saw that as a red flag.
Well, I had one. So, there's a red flag because they're jealous. Like, how do you compare with that? It's like having the pinnacle is an ex-girlfriend. Like, if you went into a relationship with someone, you'd be like, well, they're going to know that I'm never good enough.
Look, this is terrible advice. Step 2, some good advice, hopefully, to refresh the palate. You got to be on the right social media for you. And I think that not all social medias are for everyone. I know for sure that Twitter ain't for me. Twitter upsets me. It angers me. Confuses me. I think it's just a lot of people in an echo chamber sort of circle jerking and the like. The only circle jerk social media that I like is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the ultimate circle jerk because it can get you somewhere. You can actually get somewhere with LinkedIn. And, you like someone's post and you give them some really jargony compliment. They'll like yours, give you some jargony compliment. Everyone goes around. World keeps spinning. Future bosses look upon you as someone that has like good clout, good rep, good collegiality with people, or collegiality, there's a LinkedIn word. Anyway, LinkedIn's one of my favorite ones just for that reason. I think it's fun because everyone's not being themselves blatantly. I think
my favorite thing about LinkedIn is the generic comments that it suggests for you. Oh, mate.
And when you get hit with one.
With it. Yeah. And then you have to respond with one. And then you just see where the conversation goes and where it takes you. That's definitely one of my faves.
Yeah. So be on the right social media for you. If that's LinkedIn, then power to you. If it's Reddit or Twitter, do your thing. Yeah. Hats off to you.
Yeah. And step 3. Step 3 would have to be post your opinion and then never admit you're wrong when the keyboard warriors come for you.
Wow, you ain't no snowflake, dude. You ain't no snowflake.
I was very much pronounced. I would send, when I was younger, in my more youthful years, I used to make statuses that were just waiting for someone to bite. It was very, 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 it was a bit toxic, but I just wanted a debate.
Yeah.
And they'd come hard.
You'd be guaranteed one every single time. Shout out Janine, huge fan of the show. You and her just had countless paragraph battles, and you were just spitting the most utter gibberish based off of facts and logic and common sense, and she was coming with actual real facts, not your bloody cute little opinion facts. But those are always fun to read because you were just getting served up. But you guys had good rapport.
What do you mean? I had good chat. I would come back hard. I was on the friggin' debate team before I had to choose rugby over it. But yeah, no, I had plenty to go off, and most opinions and facts are very much just opinions with a little bit more data. That's all.
Oh, wow. Listen, following in the vein of our summer podcast, which controversially had a step 3 and 4 in direct contrast of each other, I'm pretty sure it was. Step 4 here. don't leave too many traces of who you used to be. Delete those opinions that you used to post. Delete those debates you used to have. If you get a memory pop up of you looking really suspect or something like that, get rid of it. Just don't have stuff. I like to try and keep my social media cleaned from like 3 years ago, 5 years ago maybe, because anything longer than that and it's a completely different person. And you know, the cancel culture, they'll bloody pull up the receipts. They'll be like,
they will hunt you
when
down.
you were 9 years old on Facebook the first time it came out, this is what you thought. It's not a good look, mate. This is probably still who you are this day. Yeah, I just think it's just embarrassing as well, because everyone's got mates that go into their memories and like comment or tag or try and resurface it. And there's only one time and place where stitching up a mate in the comment section of a post is okay, and that brings us to step 5, I think, Dos.
Yeah, well, I just want to highlight on step 4 in relation to my step 3, which is making those fishing hook statuses back in the day. Yeah, I do go back and I see them now and I cringe at a lot of them. And I certainly delete them because
Melbourne's changed you, mate. Melbourne's changed you.
Mate, I'm woke. I'm bloody
you're
woke
a bloody SJW, dude. Melbourne's gotcha.
Hell yeah. Well, and step 5, I guess, on the woke nature of things, post whatever the hell you want. Like, realistically, who gives a shit? Like, it's your life. You gotta live it the way you wanna.
Yeah.
You know, if you look stupid in a photo doing something dumb, just do it. Post it. Who cares? If they don't want to follow you, they won't follow you.
Yeah. And
easy.
Honestly, the most uninteresting people are the ones that actually, you know, talk about what you're doing to other people. It's like, is that the most interesting thing you've got going, that you're going to talk about someone else's social media presence? It's like, that's more of a reflection on you than the person that posted some utter gibberish or some really suspect photo or something like that. Not really like bad photo, just like a really ugly thing or a really funny thing or whatever. The worst look is being someone that actually cares, you know, in a bad way.
Wait, you kind of lost me there.
Really?
Yeah. But I kind of zoned out. I just thought you were doing another weekly highlight. So my bad.
Well,
my bad.
There you go. A riveting, gripping social media guide here on Road Guide. Hopefully, you took something away from that. Dos didn't, because he slept through step 2, step 3, and then part of my step 5. But he definitely learnt the steps that he suggested, so his cup stays full.
And that's what most our Rogers experience. They usually just learn from my steps, so that's great. No. It's great to hear.
I don't think that's
picking
true.
Up the main points.
I don't think that's true. Someone that has had an excellent showing on social media, mostly in the forms of compromising videos and pictures from his days back as a young man, as a party boy, is none other than Uncle Kezzy K. Kezzy, welcome to the big call.
Thanks, guys. Pleasure to be here.
Kez, thanks so much for joining us. A true fan of the show and a friend of the show, an OG, some would say. Great to have you on the show at last. And I think 2 mates in a row for me. So clearly, Max's performance got me a second attempt. And Kez, judging from how dry Dos has been this episode, we're really counting on you to bring some sort of dynamic for me to bounce off.
I think we've run out of Pross's friends now, so I'm not sure what we're going to do for episode 12.
Oi,
We've got to finish strong then, Kez. We've got to finish strong.
Not sure if we'll be in episode 11. Glory be.
We've run out. We've run out of all our friends.
All right, boys, are you good? Are you done?
Are
you done, boys? Are you had enough? Good jokes.
Oh, come on! So the one thing I say with energy, and you just shut me down.
I'm off it. I think it's shit chat, and I don't want to hear it. So let's jump into the actual big call here. Actually, no. That's firstly, Kez.
Let's go talk about each other.
Clearly, we've established that you are in fact Dos's mate. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right,
Kez, tell us a little bit of a story about how we all met.
Well, back in the Dalzell days, we'll link it up to the story that I'll have for you tonight. But Dalzell, pinnacle of one would say our young adult lives.
True.
We've probably made a lot of good life mates from there. A lot of memories to bring on, and definitely learned from those in the road guide. I think everyone should have their own everyone should have their own Dalzell somewhere in their life.
I profoundly agree.
But Dan and I used to run a fair bit together. Still have 100% win rate as far as runnings go. With
oh wow!
No. He's got a bag. He's come on and he's swinging.
I'll try and keep it that way for the years to come as well.
He's got another win.
No.
He's got another win.
If you're gonna chat this chat, mate. Kez, where have you been, dude? Where have you been? I've been in the shape of my life the past few years. I look around, where's Kezzy K? He's gone. You're running from me.
He retired on top, man.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
You peaked late, man. It's okay, Dad, you know?
And then what? Then how'd you meet up with Dossel?
I'm not sure how that happened. I think it was just through a Dalzell party. Someone's someone's invited through some mates, meeting mates of mates. I think that's shout out to episode 2, is it?
Yep, shout out episode 2. Oh, nice one, Kez. Thanks for that, Kez. You know the episodes pretty well. Well then, on that note, just for those that aren't clued up, in case you've missed it, I'll give you a very quick, brief rundown of Dalzell. It was a party house that 5 or 6 of my mates lived in at a time, and we had a big group of people that would come over and celebrate different events and different non-events as well with us, destroy the place, and we helped in part to destroy the place as well. It was a place that we sort of got the young, reckless spirit sort of maybe out of the system a little bit, so that we could go on and become responsible adults that have good lives. But Kez, you're mentioning that's part of your big call. What's the big call?
Ooh.
We'll actually rewind it back to the housewarming of Dalzell. Still goes down as one of the best parties I've ever been to, and led me to attend every housewarming party I got invited to after it. Anyways, as the night led on, several more beers were sunk and a suggestion of a night walk arose. A few boys banded together and set out on a moonlit night with a couple of roadies in each pocket. Various topics are discussed on night walks while sinking a few beers, even solving the problems of the world. Though you're in a physical state where you couldn't even operate a dustpan and brush.
This is so poetic, dude.
I know. It's like it should be a rap.
I feel like I should. I feel like snuggling in. I feel like I should. You have the lights off. Eating popcorn or something.
Hot cup of chocolate and just listening to this man talk.
Anyway, as you were.
As the walk went on, someone figured out that you could karate kick the bottom of steel street lights, causing them to malfunction and turn off, which ended up leaving a trail of darkness behind us of malfunctioning street lights. Once karate kicking
Dumbledore with his little light switch.
Once karate kicking street lights got old, we resorted to the infamous knock and run. Considering it was edging on midnight, it wasn't too considerate of us to the local folks wanting to sleep on a Saturday night. After knocking on numerous doors and triggering security lights, we spotted a car in the distance coming down the street towards us. First thing, it was a taxi, since it had a box shape to the top of the car. We all scurried down the side street to get off the main road. One of us was wearing a ghillie suit. They decided it would be ideal to climb up a tree and camouflage, getting a mere 2 feet off the ground, which didn't do much for blending in. The car turned the corner into the side street we went down, now noticing that it wasn't a taxi, in fact. The car was white and blue. It was a Popos.
Boys in blue.
Boys in blue.
All of us bolted to the closest hedge we could find, while leaving the bloke in the ghillie suit behind to defend for himself. What would you guys do next?
Are we the guy in the ghillie suit?
You're just one of the boys. One of the boys on the night walk.
Look, I'm a pretty good boy. Old mate's climbed that tree. I know him. He's a good man. Friend of the show as well. And
was a good man.
He was a good man. He's been behind bars in Supermax ever since that day. Mate, look, at the end of the day, what's he going to get? A fine. He's going to look dumb in his ghillie suit. Hopefully the cops... I actually would kind of want the cops to catch him. Because it would be the most hilarious encounter to possibly watch. This bloke who probably will continue to pretend he's invisible in the tree in his ghillie suit.
Oh, most definitely.
And hopefully the cops, maybe they play along and they drive off. I reckon that's the best case scenario. No one gets fined.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when I see cops when I'm drunk.
Oh, so you're going to fight them, aren't you?
Talk to him.
Time to square up. I'm a 6'8". I'm going to take these cops on.
I just want to use my words before I have to put these paws up. No, I'd probably just go up. I'd talk to him and just try and maybe I'd watch from a distance, and if they catch the ghillie suit man, then I'll come in to help. I think I've been dragged out of that many situations by my mates. I think it's only fair that I'd give back. Yeah, I think if they caught him, I'd go over and chat, and just try use my way of the words.
You would make things worse, Dos. You would 100% make things worse.
Don't say that.
You got to realise you're about 12 beers deep in here, so...
Mate,
I think Dos sober, Dos 12 beers deep. Yeah, I think that either way that guy was doomed. So, Kez...
Get a double sentence.
Kez, I'm hoping the end of the story is it's just like that episode, that level in Call of Duty 4 with the tanks driving over the ghillie snipers. The cops just drove straight through. What happened?
So the bloke in the ghillie suit was unharmed. Didn't even. It was like the cops walked up to him and was like, "Mate, what are you doing in a tree?" in a ghillie suit. And he was like, yeah, no, that's a fair point. And anyway, he just comes down to it. His story continues on. All of us other people that were in the hedge just piss bolted back to Dalzell.
Oh, you left him. You proper left him.
You left him to die.
One bloke didn't know. One bloke was still hiding in the hedge. But the security lights came on for the house he was in the hedge of. And the man that was living in that house came out of the house and spotted him. Anyways, the cops ended up coming to the house and that bloke was done for trespassing.
Oh, so the ghillie suit got away with it, but the bloke that stuck around got.
That's it.
Oh, no.
That's hilarious. What did he get done with? What did they do him in for?
Trespassing on your property.
Oh, that's fucking gold. Or maybe it was a shit outfit.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Well, Kez, a classic story, one that I don't remember who actually got done for trespassing that night. For some reason, I expected it to go bad for the ghillie suit. But
He
anyway.
was mentioned in episode 1 along with myself.
Okay, all right. That's one for
Are we
the
allowed
law.
to name drop?
No,
Are we
for-
legally allowed to?
No, we'll keep it civil.
In the road guide
Now I
law,
wanna know who
that's
this
road
is.
guide law. That's
Yeah.
that's for the true academics of the guide to possibly dig up and figure out for themselves. Kez,
Surely we're pro snitches. Surely the road guys pro
well, that being said,
snitches.
I have been outed myself as someone that is liable to just dog a mate if the police are pulling him up. So I may be snitching. Maybe I would snoop to snitching.
We're taking a lot of snitches boxes, that's for sure.
Kezi, mate, thanks so much for jumping on. We love your work, love your support, and also wish you the very best, my dude. Thanks for jumping on the pod.
Cheers, it's a pleasure, boys.
Right now, here's one for you, Daniel Prosser. Bring back the Facebook, especially with this new meta shit coming out. Surely this is one of the first things on the new platform. When you make a new Facebook friend with someone, it used to pop up in everybody's feed. And that there was no better drama.
Nah.
There was no better just throwing mates under the bus and then, all of a sudden, like 2 days later, the other person that was in that friendship will find that new friendship status because it's still going. There's mates still talking shit on there. They're like, oh, is this the girl you're talking about? You finally matched with her on Facebook, I need that drama back in my life.
No, that's one of the best ones because honestly, like I think about this all the time. I think about what do I actually do on Facebook? Like I use Messenger. Yeah. Obviously, I use Messenger. But what am I actually actively doing on Facebook? I don't post on Facebook. I don't happy birthday people on Facebook, rarely, unless I've got incriminating photos I want to share. But aside from that, I don't do anything. This is the thing that Facebook needs. And they can bring this feature, which was, the core, I would say, of Facebook, to a new generation. The TikTokers, they don't care about Facebook. The new gen, they don't want to be on Facebook. But what if they could expose their mate? I think that would really bring a whole new generation to what used to be the great social media of our time.
Yeah, literally, Facebook's just become... It's just negative news.
No, it's
if
just
it's bad
exactly.
news, you'll post it so your family and friends see it.
Oh, mate, how good was that period of time when there was no news on Facebook? That was actually so good.
When it was just everybody's cringe statuses.
Oh,
Because
now it's
those are the glory years.
Now it's ads, news posts, and someone's married or whatever. But I'm fine with friends getting married, but. Yeah, it's just the other boring stuff I don't want to see. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to allow that? You're going to allow marriages?
Yeah, I'll let it happen. Kids can happen as well. We see
Come
the
on,
kids
mate.
on Facebook. It's cool.
In this day and age, we shouldn't be conformed by marriage. I'm just that woke now that I just, I've transcended marriage. I just feel where my heart commits is where my heart commits.
Dos, I'm glad you saved your best chat right there for the very, very end of the episode. People that kept listening will be like, wow, I'm so glad I tuned in to hear that little speech from Dos. Because you have made it to the end of episode 11, I think, of the Road Guide. We're powering through it. Sorry, once again, that our upload schedule probably isn't fantastic. This will probably still come out on Monday, so we will have the Monday release, #Monday release of the pod.
Midnight Madness.
Yeah, a little bit of Midnight Madness for you, but you can't
I've
say
been
that we
told
didn't
by
upload it in
Rogus
time.
that they stay up. They stay out late at night just so they can listen to it before they go to bed on a Monday.
Gosh,
what's the point of going into Tuesday if you don't have that gem of knowledge?
What
the
if
Road
that
Guide?
episode was going to help you with a critical key moment? First things first, Tuesday morning. Like you'd want to have that knowledge and that expertise in your mind on Monday so you can sleep on it and then charge into Tuesday ready to take it on. And
100% shit, you could be out right now, out on the streets, kicking light poles, doing door knocking, and the cops rock up just before midnight,
Whoa.
and that podcast drops. It drops. It gives you a chance to get some real wise decisions and figure out the big call.
To not be the guy in the hedge that gets caught by the bloke that comes out of his house. That's actually
the ghillie suit guy.
Be the ghillie suit. I say always be the guy in the ghillie suit. I reckon that's the key takeaway, Dos. Thanks so much for listening. And as always, get in the DMs. If you think you've got a hear me out that you want to share, send it in as an audio file. We'll hear you out and we will talk about your decision. If you've got a big call you want to make.
I'll
you will follow.
You
definitely follow.
For about 6 months.
6 months.
Adios.